Today we are on day 4 of my Blue Mountains trip, and for this day I've driven right out to the basically the far west of the park as you can get, out past Lithgow, and we basically are on the Waratah Ridge Road that ends. So you go through this Gardens of Stone conservation area and you border back to National Park. So you can drive as far as the National Park boundary, which they've gated off here. The last bit of the track was a bit rough for two-wheel drive, and it's even marked on Gaia as a track for the last 2Ks, but I thought I'd just chance it and get as close as I can. And yeah, I managed to get to the gate, so pretty happy that I got where everyone else gets to, so that's good. So journey today is to walk into Burraberry, can't even say it, Creek. This is actually the north branch of it, this is the south branch as well. And we're going to find what we call a hole in the wall, Popeyes Canyon Falls. You can walk even further on this track and go right into Popeyes Canyon. I don't know how hectic that is. You know, in terms of canyoning, do I need ropes and stuff? But we're going to start off with the hole in the wall, and there's a pretty cool cave near it as well. And after that, I'll make a decision if I'm going to continue on further and try and get to the canyon. Maybe I will. Maybe if I just get to the entry, if it looks like it's hectic, I'll just maybe walk around. Maybe try and get to the exit side of it as well. Maybe go upstream into it a little bit. We'll just see. We'll see how it is. I don't know nothing about it. But yeah, it's about 8Ks return, and it's going to be about 12 or 13Ks return if I add in the whole canyon part. So this is definitely a canyoner's weekend route. They parked there, people had a campfire, and they would walk in here and go canyoning. So yeah, it is spring, there's blue skies, it's about 10 degrees. It's going to get cold in the shade. I had this problem the last 2 days, so today I'm wearing the long sleeve under the short sleeve, just so I don't get too cold down here. So we'll see, hopefully it's all good. As you can see here, this is actually marked on the map as a full drive track, even though that it's gated. But you can clearly see no one's driven a full drive here for a long time. Maybe some motorbikes have snuck in, but this is a walking track these days. And they're trying to conserve this side of the national park, which is good and bad that you can't drive in a bit further because this side of the park is much more remote. Anyway, it's kind of like the southern Lamington of Lamington, the side where it's like, you know, less signage, no infrastructure really, no toilets, not really meant for tourists. Anyway, so we'll follow this track for a bit. I've got GPS coordinates, I believe roughly where this waterfall is going to be, so I can cut in and find it earlier. We'll go from there, but the creek's pretty much on our left. It's starting, and yeah, and then you can cut out and then cut down further to get into the canyon. So some of those logs have been cut or placed or whatever there. So yeah, this is a pretty cool looking waterfall. I'm pretty excited for this one. I only recently just found it too, so I was like, interesting. So shout out in the comments if you've been here. Don't hate on me for coming here, you fucking canyoners. Nah. Look, I think canyoners get along with waterfall hunters generally. But, you know, everyone has their niche. The climbers are probably different people as well. That's pretty cool country, wow. You can start to see, I reckon that's the creek there, it's winding down. Like it's already getting cold with the wind. And I'm not even out of the sun yet. Maybe I should have wore a hoodie. I thought by 8Ks I'd be sweating too much, but alright, I'll see you up here. Alright, so there was a junction for dry track coming off this one apparently. Just there, that's our first turn. We'll stick to the right. You can see here this looks a bit more four drivey, 2 runs of track here, but this has been driven for a long time. So it's fairly flat. We're on the ridge for most of the way until we're going to cut down to the creek. So It's not too steep into the creek too, so hopefully we can find a faint trail. I don't know if there is. Might be a quick scrub bash in, but it's not far. If it stays like that, it's not too bad to walk through. So yeah, see up here when we start to find our way in. We're 1,000 metres above sea level, by the way, so yeah, quite high in the Blue Mountains. Now the other thing is, I don't know how well this flows. I mean, I don't know much about this plateau. It's a plateau, we're high, it's a big plateau. It's got to drain water off, and therefore I believe all the creeks coming off the sides should have pretty consistent water, but it's just the top here is so dry. Like, you just look at the earth that we're walking on, really dry, doesn't hold much water for a long time. So yeah, it's a different sort of plateau. Like, I'm used to Lamington and stuff where it's full basalt soil and rainforest, and it retains water for much longer, therefore the creeks are always going to flow. So let's hope this is good. Yeah, we're going to find out. Either way, it's going to be fun because I've never been in this side of the park before, so uncharted territory. I got here last night and I camped a bit up the road, about 20 minutes away. It seemed like the signal was coming in and out with phone, so I decided I'd camp where I got some signal, and then I've driven all the way here this morning and the signal's come again in and out. When I've got all the way to the gate, the signal actually was good, so I could have actually continued the whole way and camped here, but I didn't know that. I wasn't going to risk driving 20 minutes and then go, oh, no internet, that sucks. And then, you know, I could have just stayed where I was. Now in hindsight, it's good and bad, because one, I didn't have to, you know, gamble that it was going to have internet here and phone reception. And two, the last bit of track is rough. And if I'm driving it for the first time in the dark, that's not ideal either. So, yeah, pros and cons. Anyway, it cost me 20 minutes this morning before I could get going, but it's all good. All good in the hood. I know for next time, if I do decide that I'm not going to do this canyon today and I want to come back and go further along this track, I know I can go all the way and camp here. And I know I can get here with the car, hopefully the road doesn't change too much, and I know there's internet, so that's positive for you guys to know as well. Telstra, of course, don't bother with anything else. Righto, see you up here. Alright, so we're about halfway now to where we're going to cut into our falls, so we're a pretty easy walk. The track's pretty wide and discernible, so good stuff. I don't think you have too much problems in here because it's, well, pretty open scrub. Might be some few scratchy little sections in thick patches towards the water maybe, but I think we'll be fine. There's a sign here, rehabilitation area, walkers only. So maybe once upon a time you could actually drive to here and then walk the last bit. There's an old post, look at that. Concreted in and they've been cut off. That's crazy. Could have saved half the journey. It's pretty annoying. Anyway, shout out in the comments if you think we should reopen our parks to let four drives come in further, especially these remote areas, because, you know, come on, what's it hurting? No idea where this 40-foot going drum came from, but she's very fucking old. Alright, we're 3/4 of the way there. We can start looking soon for our track in and see how we go. If we're lucky there'll be a ribbon or something, otherwise straight in. Alright, you won't understand where I am, but basically where Gaia starts the creek on the map is where we're going to cut in. So we're starting off as a bit of a hill in this corner. This is where I'm just going to go in. There's no ribbon, no discernible track from anyone else. Hopefully there isn't one and I'm not like a few metres too early, but I'm going to take this as my entry. So yeah, see you down here. Now we're going to be above the falls, and then we'll hopefully just, well, it shouldn't be too hard to climb down into it, so, but yeah, see you down here. It's scrub, and also there's this random bit of open grassland. Bizarre. Now I'm pretty much here. You can see my rocks, and the creek is just there. Good shit. I don't hear any water, but sounds pretty fucking dry. Anyway, we're going in anyway. Well, the creek is there, little puddles of water, but she's not flowing, unless the water's underground. It's a really cool cave here. But yeah, I don't understand where this waterfall is, so we're just going to go downstream, hope we fucking run into it. So it doesn't look like it's really upstream because it just gets more grassy. If anything, this is where the creek starts, so it's going to go down. The more you go down, the more water you're going to get, and the better chance of a waterfall. So there's not much in terms of the lines. It's a very wavy creek, like because it's going to turn into a canyon. So yeah, I'm a bit blown away. Hopefully this works out to find it. But that's what it's about. We're going to figure it out. There's definitely water underground because look, it's just popped out again. That's flowing okay. Just got to find the bloody waterfall. So on the map there's a couple of little starting tribs that join into this. I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be on probably one of those, most likely the one on the other side. But it's not far, so we'll go down to that and see if the rock's like that, if it's dropping in, that's where the water's going to come through the hole like a waterfall. So let's see if I'm right. Sandstone on the right as well, so this is that grassy area. That's where you know is your exit. I'll walk straight up there on the way out. If I come back this way, I'm probably going to loop out somewhere else. So yeah, a lot more water suddenly here. It's fabulous. We kind of creek hop, get out of the scrub a little bit and see. Almost. It's not exactly wide enough yet. Way down there I can see more and more rocks, so definitely the canyon's starting. So people don't normally canyon this part, probably because it's not that exciting yet, but we're looking for this one waterfall that's further up out of it, I believe. So the canyon track actually has a track into the creek a bit further down, but then we'll be too far in and then we have to double back. So the idea is we're going to try to find it first here. Looks real promising. We've got a cascade here, we've got to get up and around. And then it looks like it might be dropping in just there. Alright, so before I climb down below that cascade, I just went along this bit of this, top of this cliff bit, because I can see it's dropping in. And it's fucking awesome, it's become really canyony. It's amazing. I'm curious to know what's in the main bit of the canyon, if it's actually worth doing it. I don't really have any information about what waterfalls and anything in there, but anyway, this is pretty cool. Look how big those walls are, holy fuck. This all just come out of nothing, eh? And good news, we found our waterfall. So we're right above it. So just here, we're going to find our way down. Not quite sure where yet, but we'll get in. Big ass pool. The water's sliding through there, so you want to stand there for your photo, and I'll show you the top, which corresponds to what we're looking for. Boom. Fucking hole in the wall. How fucking cool. Now when you see this from the bottom, it'll make way more sense and look way more cooler. But yeah, it's grouse. So I'm thinking we'll have to go wide to get in. So the choices are either, we can't even cross this really now, we're too far down. Probably this way is the go. We'll go around this rock somewhere into here, have to bash back. It's probably the option, but first of all, we're just going to climb down and get on top of it just to look. We'll go and look at that, where that cascade is, will be the best. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where people climb in, but this is where I'm doing it. But otherwise you could try to cross, if you could get up the other side of the cliff and try and go over the other side of that, but I can't see what's over there anyway. It's a bit of a gamble. We'll figure it out. This has actually been not too bad. Not even 30-40 minutes and I was here, so it's really good. It's supposed to be 4Ks, I don't know how that fucking works. Must be a bit off with the calculating, or I'm just super fucking quick. Here's this cascade first since we're here. Might have to look at it. Just dribbling enough to be cool. Really nice pool, look at that, like really clear water. It actually is different, it's really, really nice. Not the best looking waterfall, but this is actually epic. I don't even remember this broken bit of rock above it, let alone, yeah, that's sick. Actually, be a really cool photo if someone else was here and they were down and I sat in the middle of that arch above the waterfall. Oh well, cut with them all. Right, let's go found a way in. Believe it or not, you can go here, down there. I can almost get off that, I think. Couldn't even see that from the top or from there. So it's good that I climbed over here to have a look. Save myself walking around all that bullshit. Crazy. Look at this. Grouse. Here we are. On top. This looks a little sketchy now, but I think we can do it. Yeah, it's alright. There's enough tree to grab you. Yeah, a little funny thing there. Just can't see how deep the water is at the bottom there, but I think the water goes that way, hopefully. Looks like it's kind of dry there. I don't know if people go down that because I seem to have broken a lot of the tree, but that worked. And it's funny because looking from here, it looks like you really can't get up it. But I did, and down. Bit of an echo here in the canyon. Woo! Cool, cool! Wow. Let's get to our gem. We'll find the photo spot somewhere over here. That's fucking cool as. Hang on, I'm gonna fight some ferns. Ah! How has no one like broken enough stuff to walk through here yet? There we go. Oh. Look at this swimming spot too. You can just put your bum in it. It's really echoey. Woo! Reverb. That's grouse. And it's flying good enough. I'm happy. That's cool. What do you reckon? Comments, thoughts? Not too bad if you don't like it, because I do. Nah. Look at this roof as well. It's fucking awesome. Can't believe we just climbed up that and around it. That's fucking cool. Best way in. Alright, so moving on. Look, I'm a little bit interested to go check out this cave. I mean, there's a cave about 500 metres down this creek apparently. So let's see if we can get there with ease. And then we have a choice to either try to cut out, but we might still be in canyon walls by then. We might have to come back here to get out. But the choice, because if we can't really creek up the whole way down because it's going to take way too long. But what the canyon part is actually on another trip off this creek, on the other side of the trail actually. A bit of a faint track here. Little guppy fish. So what I reckon is that we'll go to this cave, we'll see if we can get out to the main track again, and then we'll go down the ridge track again, keep following it to the end where it ends, where the canyon starts, and we'll just have a look and we'll make a decision. At least if we can at least see the start of the canyon, get one or two waterfalls, and then if it becomes hectic, we'll just turn around. That's what I reckon. May as well, because we're already fucking here. Yeah, it's a long walk, but at least it's all fire trail. I hope it's worth going through this. This is fucking pretty thick here. I don't think they cut in and out to get to this cave. Look at these walls, but fucking gnarly. Some pretty thick fucking walls. Jeez. Don't even move. These walls are gnarly. Hopefully we can get through. If it starts going crazy here, we'll give up on this cave. Fucking hell. Let me through. He won't even release me. Jesus. Hope we don't get any snakes today. I saw one yesterday. And it's very hard to fucking see them in this fucking shit. Oh. I don't know if you're meant to walk in the water or what. It's a bit, how's it going? Try a bit further. Yeah, I don't know how we would have got in here. I think the way I got in was pretty sick. Because these walls are pretty gnarly here. See if we can cross here. Just need the canyon to be a little bit wider so I can fucking see. There we go, that's what I wanted. Crazy country. I reckon this cave is good, so we'll see. Yeah, it's just a lot of bash, but sure if that could be a waterfall in that corner sometimes, bit of a trib. You can maybe climb out of the grass there, maybe. But after that, check it out, it turns into slot canyon. Woo! Gnarly. Alright, see how we go here. Crazy how the water's worn itself so deep into the rock. Looks like I might be getting wet feet if we continue this journey. It's actually cool as fuck. Fuck it, let's get wet. This is fucking sick. Now, the water's definitely ice cold, but luckily I can get out of it in sections, so I won't be in it the whole time, hopefully. We're definitely not going to be swimming waist deep. I'll be turning around if that happens. This is fucking awesome. Wow. I love it. This is fucking grouse. So good. Worth getting the feet wet, that's for sure. That's sick. Let's get going to this cave section. This is a nice cave. I don't know if this is the one we're searching for, but it's pretty grouse. I'll tell you what, the water is pretty cold. It's September, but it is pretty ice. I don't think I can do this all day. I really don't think we could do the other canyon today because it's fucking like burning my feet. This is definitely a summer job, unfortunately. But it's still cool to see what we've seen. I found the waterfall, that was the main thing. So this is just bonus. So either we retrace the steps or we just go a bit further. I got to find this cave, so let me just check the map if that was it. If that's it, it's not. Well, it's cool, but I don't think I've gone far enough. Maybe I have. It's only 500 metres. What does the map say? No, we've only done one bend out of fucking like 20. There's about a K. Oh, fuck, it's quite a way then. There's a crease going zigzaggy back and forth, so it's much longer than you think it is in a straight line. Yeah. Maybe it's worth revisiting. Don't know what to do, Definitely want to continue, but I'm telling you, the water is just it's just freezing. Dead set. Debating. Could almost come out, right? Almost. Fuck it, we'll go a bit further. Alrighty, so we're at the next little slot section and it's just water the whole way. This is fine. I think it's beautiful and I really want to keep going, but honestly, I'm too early in the season and I didn't really think about actually walking in the water. It was never really the plan. So once I saw the slot, I was like, oh, I have to go in there. But honestly, it's like fucking freezing temperatures. And my feet have only like just adjusted to get back out of it again. I don't really want to keep walking it, and because it's quite a long way around. And I'm probably going to have to come back the same way, so really, that's about 2 hours. So, I'm just going to come back in summer. I think all canyons are a summer job. I mean, canyoners wear wetsuits for a reason, guys. So, it's okay, yes, I'm not actually going to abseil and swim in it, but yeah, I can't explain. The sun is warm now, but standing in the water in the shade is a whole different story. So, we're gonna exit, trying to find a way up if we have to go back the same way we do. But yeah, I mean, definitely worth re-exploring. Now I know what's here, and when I come back I'll probably do the entire 15 k's all the way down and start the other bit as well, so I'll make a full mission of it. I am on a short trip as well. I've only got today and tomorrow. I do have a lot more things I want to do. It could be a bit easier with dry feet and, you know, just, yeah, slots are great, but they are the same. But anyway, yeah, it's a mission, I want to see it. I'm going to do the smart thing. The objective was the waterfall, so let's not get greedy. So yeah, scoot around, get out, and happy days. Hope you enjoyed what I've seen so far. I definitely have. I'll just walk back through it. Good old times. I mean, it's not too bad. You could put up with the water if you really, really had to. I mean, if this was life or death, I'd go through it. I'm doing it now. It's just, yeah. It's better in summer anyway if you jump in and have a swim. So, that's the advantage. Alright, so we're cutting out a little bit earlier. I went over this rock, the far one, and then down through this little dry gully, up over this bit, through the grassland on this angle. I tell ya, the water, it's like when it's so cold, it like burns. That's how cold it was. Anyway, I'm fine now. I'll get this. Oh, it's all fucking marshy as fuck. That's why all this grass is here. All this water seeping into the creek. Yeah. Got a faint track here. But yeah. So we'll go up and out. I'll find some new stuff to do. I've got some stuff around Lithgow I'm going to suss out. See all these rock outcrop headlands. Mind you, on the way out of here, you have Dobson's Drift Cave, which I drove past last night, which looked fucking sick. That is what we're going to look at actually first. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, it looked like 3 massive caves. There's a few other things in here you can do around this area, but I don't know how far I'll get with 2-wheel drive. But we'll figure it out. So yeah, see you up at the track as I find my way. It's almost like this grass is like a road, but it's not. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, it's just kind of like a gully. We'll just follow this. Actually, will take us up to the road. I'm thinking the other reason why they don't want to let you drive too close to these places is because they don't want inexperienced people having too much easy access to places like that. There's slot canyons, can be obviously dangerous. So they'd rather not signpost them, not name them, and not road them. So only people that should know and figure it out and willing to walk a long way are the ones that get the reward. And it's sad, but that's the reality, I think. They don't want all the Sunday day hikers coming down for Instagram, walking 1 minute from the car, swarming the canyons, getting lost. Because there's a maze, there's a network of caves. I mean, once these tributaries branch off, you could get lost easily. It's too much to maintain and signpost and, you know, look after. You like just leave the rugged, remote. But it does suck for us that want to get a little bit closer to it. We can't. So if you could park here, you'd only have 500 metre walk to that waterfall. That'd be sick. It's a bit of a shame. At least they don't want to. Well, signpost at least one of them. That one waterfall would be cool to go to, but yeah. Anyway, see you up here. Alright, we're back on the fire trail. And just, yeah, slightly further up than when we cut in. Probably cut in about somewhere here. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this journey. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Let's get notified of all the new misadventures. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.